148 acres, Jefferson County, 20 minutes to Trussville, lakeside, deer hunting, and home sites. Hi, I'm Chad Kemp, your Alabama land agent, and you don't want to miss this property. It's 148 acres, and it's priced really well. It's $550,000, and it's got several home site opportunities. It's got some challenges along with that, but a lot more opportunities than negativities there. And it's got a great little lake site there. It's a nice little watershed that flows through on the property. You got lots of deer signs on this particular property and lots of greenfield opportunities there. You're not too far from Turkey Creek. You're 20 minutes from Trussville. You're not far from Gardendale. It's kind of right in that little middle point. If you're familiar with all these areas, and you'll see that on a map here in just a few minutes, and then you're going to see some information about what's nearby in case that's important to you. If you might live out here, that might be something that would have an interest to you. But again, thanks for watching, and enjoy the video, and tell us if you have an interest in the property, and the information will be in the comments below about the pricing and the link directly to this property, as well the link in the description, the video description as well. Again, thanks again, and have a great day. This property is located in Jefferson County, Alabama, and Birmingham's in Jefferson County, and this property is actually north of Birmingham in a place called Pinson, kind of between Morris, Gardendale, Center Point, kind of give you some kind of peripheral idea, but it's 143 acres on one side of the road and 5 acres on the other. If you like your property showcase and want us to list a property, give me a call. Also, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We'd be glad to help you as well. As you drive along Narrows Road, Love Mountain Road is to your left. The property starts right here, and we're going to come up on Oak Grove Baptist Church here in just a second, but this is kind of a good view there. That's Love Mountain Road on the back end, then Narrows Road there in front of the property here. But as we come into Oak Grove Baptist Church, the property is there on the left side of the road. So you do have main water on this road. It's a 6-inch line. There's several fire hydrants there. You can see we got 2,000 feet on Narrows Road. But it's a lot of regrowth property here. It was cut many, many years ago, but lots of potential for a lot of different things. Lots of deer rubs. If you like hunting, I've probably seen more deer rubs and scrapes on this property than I have in a lot of properties. So it's definitely a hotbed area. You can kind of get a better idea of the kind of timber as you can see here, especially in this shot. There's a lot of watershed, and that's another thing they're going to see in just a moment. But for now, these are some kind of distances to kind of get to the property here and around the area. You can from Chattanooga to Atlanta, from Huntsville, but also there's some fast food nearby this property. As you can see, grocery stores, pharmacies, and hospitals not very too far either if you're planning to make this kind of a homestead type property. But as we kind of walk more down into the interior of the property, this is where all the water congregates to and comes to a point and then runs off the property. So this would be a great potential property if you wanted to build a nice sized lake, because I think it has a pretty good little watershed, and it has a lot of good flow to it as well, especially in this here is where it all comes together and kind of goes through the property and off the property here. And it's got a nice good flow to it. But you can also see a lot of the timber size here in this part. And there's some SMZ areas that's got bigger timber on it, especially that you can hunt around some good white oak trees and some shagbark hickories. But this is about the property line. On this side, there's an old fence. So the property line's somewhere right in here. The way with these old fences, sometimes they're not right on the property line. They might be over on you a little bit, or you might be over on them a little bit. But it's somewhere about right in here along this old fence. But you can kind of see a good feel of the property. Especially right here, you can kind of see the timber transition. You can see a timber transition. That's a pretty nice sized pine tree there. But this is the line here. You can kind of get a feel for it with this timber transition right in this part of the property here. But it's a very nice property with lots of home sites, and mainly your home sites are going to be on the other side of the road, and we'll get to that in a moment. But down in this area, there's a potential green field that was opened up. It's kind of cut area. It's kind of like a landing deck area where they loaded everything. And there's a lot of old logging roads through this property that could potentially be opened up per trails, and but this is an area where you got some nice hardwoods throughout the property, right in this area, working its way back to Narrows Road, which you'll see in just a moment. But the what's great about these little streams and everything that's run through the property, it's got sandy base, rocky. It's very, very nice and very clean, and it's just a running. I mean, just above that potential area there that you just saw just moments ago, you have an old field, and you'll see that right here. And it runs along this ridge, and this ridge runs all the way out to the power line. There's an old logging road trail that you can see here, and it's just loaded with deer signs, especially if you like the deer hunt. And I hadn't seen any turkey signs, but it's in the area because down from here is Turkey Creek, and they wouldn't call it Turkey Creek if there wasn't a lot of turkeys, and it's just a really nice sized track here. But this was the old green field that you can tell up here. But as we move back over in this area, you can kind of tell we're working our way back to Narrows Road. That's the way that I kind of walked in the other day, and it's a very pretty sight. Narrows Road's up there, far to the left, power lines up there above, and coming through back, and all this congregates down to where we were just moments ago with all that water. It's a nice white oak and very nice rubs, and this is a very nice rub here, and it's just tree after tree, about 30 yards apart, basically. Very good sized trees that this deer has been rubbing, but be a great place to build a house, especially on the Love Mountainside, which you're going to see in just a moment. And you would come down through here, and the way Love Mountain Road runs, part of the property at times is on the road and then comes off the road in two different places, one being right here. It actually touches the road there. And then as we go down this road, this paved road, and now this water line is only a 2-inch water line. I've already checked with Birmingham Water Board, and I asked them, did it have enough capacity for another house? They said no. So you most likely, if you want to build back on this side of the road, you'd have to bring your water line down the power line, basically. You'd have to get you a meter and bring it that way if you wanted to. But you do have a home site on the left side of the road here. That would be your easiest, best, other than bringing the water. Obviously, you got power here, so that's not going to be a problem, but you'd have to bring your water off of Narrows Road. But there's a nice home site right in here to the right. Lots of deer signs there, too. I walked into that timber line, lots of deer signs, especially where my truck is right there in that picture, in that video. Lots of deer signs, but there's a home site there, but there's a home site a lot of places that you'd come off this road to have a really nice home site. But that's the way I'd probably come in to build my house, is maybe off this side, and build your driveway into that timber skate on the other side of that power line or that transmission line. But deer signs everywhere. But your water line, again, is going to have to come off Narrows Road, according to Birmingham Water Works. But again, reach out to me if you have a property you'd like to sell, or if you're interested in this property. Again, we appreciate it. Always subscribe. And again, have a great day.